Good day, everyone. Welcome to my virtual classroom. For today's video, I'm going to be focusing or discussing more about descriptive statistics. Specifically, we'll be talking about measures of central tendency. Okay, let's start without much ado. Let us first define descriptive statistics and know the characteristics. Okay, so descriptive statistics usually summarizes or describes the important characteristics of a known set of data. So as I've said, we'll be focusing more on the measures of central tendency as part of the descriptive statistics. So measure of central tendency is a measure of tendency for a collection of data. Values, data values is a number that is meant to convey the idea of centeredness for the data set. Okay, and of course, numerical values that are indicative of the central point or the greatest frequency concerning a set of data. And the most common measures of central tendency are, of course, we have the mean, the median, and of course, the mode. So two categories of the measures of central tendency. It's either the measure is grouped or the measure is ungrouped data. So for today's video, we'll be focusing more on the ungrouped data. Okay, ungrouped data, and we'll try to find out the mode, the median, and the mean. Okay, so let's start. So measures of central tendency and scales of measurement before we proceed to sample exercises. So the mode requires only nominal data. Okay, and you can compute it for also ordinal, interval, and ratio. While for the median, it requires ordinal data and you can compute it for interval and ratio. You cannot compute the median for a nominal data. Okay? And of course, the mean requires interval or ratio data. You cannot compute it for either nominal or ordinal data. Okay, so I hope you remember that. So let's start. For example, what is the mean for the following sample values? So I have 3, 8, 6, 14, 0, negative 4, 0, 12, negative 7, 0, and negative 10. So this is an group data. So if you are to find the mean of this, what you need to do is to get the summation of all these sample values. Or when I speak of summation, you just have to add them and find the sum. Okay, so add all of this and then divide by the number of observation. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have to divide this by 11 observation and we found out that the mean of these sample values is 2. So it's very easy. Okay. What is the median for the following sample values? Okay, so if I have this row of data also, so 3, 8, 6, 14, 0, negative 4, 2, 12, negative 7, negative 1, negative 10. So how are we going to find the median? So we define median as the center, okay, the center of the raw data. So what we need to do is to rearrange them first. So we need to arrange the data set in order. So the order set is as follows. So we're going to start from negative 10. So it's in increasing order. So we have negative 10, negative 7, okay, negative 4, negative 1, 0, 2, 3, 6, 8, 12, and 14. So if we're going to count them, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 observations. So that means this is an odd observation. So that means we can definitely find the middle of the distribution. So where is the middle of the distribution? If we're going to look at this one, the middle of the distribution is 2. So therefore, the median is 2. But in the case of an even distribution, say for example, this is 10, we will get the middle and then we're going to add them divided by 2 and it will give us the median. So that means it's easier for us to find the median if the given distribution is an odd distribution. Okay, find the median for the ages of the following 8 college students. So we have 23, 19, 32, 25, 26, 22, 24, 20. So it means that there, there is an even distribution of the ages. Okay, so again, so what we need to do is to arrange them, okay, maybe in order. So first, order the values. So the ordered array is, so we have 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 32. So if you're going to look at it, the middle of the distribution is 23 and 24. As I've said a while ago, so if it is an odd distribution, it's easier to find out the median because it's the middle number. But in the case of even distribution, we know that the distribution has two middle numbers. So we have 23 and 24. So what we need to do is to add these two. So we have 23 plus 24 divided by 2. So therefore, our median is 23.5. Okay, I hope it's clear with you and you are getting across. Okay, what about this one? Mode. So when we speak of mode, that means this is the most frequent or frequently event or number that usually appears in the distribution. Okay, the most frequent that appears in the distribution. So what is the mode for the following sample values? This one, 3, 5, 1, 4, 2, 9, 6, and 10. If you're going to observe the raw data, there's no particular number that appears more frequent. Okay? They appear once only. So that means the data set has no mode. Okay, the data set has no mode. What about this example number 2? So in this particular example, if you're going to look at the distribution of numbers, so we have 3, 5, 1, 4, 2, 9, 6, 10, 5, 3, 4, 3, 9, 3, 6, and 1. If you're going to look at it, the number that appears more frequent is 3. Okay, the number that appears more frequent is 3. So therefore, the mode of this distribution is 3. So since there is only one mode, we call it unimodal. Okay, we call it unimodal. What about this one? What is the mode for the following sample values? So we have 6, 10, 5, 3, 4, 3, 9, 3, 6, 1, and 6. So if you're going to look at it, 6 appears thrice. So 1, 2, 3. And also, 3 appears thrice also. So therefore, the mode of this distribution are course 3 and 6. So since there are two modes, we call it bimodal. Okay, so that means this distribution has two modes. So therefore, it's bimodal. Okay, so now before I end this video, let us discuss first the properties of the different central tendency measures. Okay, so number one, the mean is the standard measure of central tendency in statistics, and it is most frequently used. We usually call mean as an average, or we usually call mean as the average, or this is the most stable measure of central tendency. Okay? And number two, the mean is not necessarily equal to any score in the dataset. I repeat, the mean is not necessarily equal to any score in the dataset. And the mean is the most stable measure from sample to sample, as I mentioned a while ago. This is the most stable because we really get the, the center of the measures. Unlike mode and median, they keep on changing. Okay, number four, the mean is very influenced by outliers. That is, the mean will be strongly influenced by the presence of extreme scores. That's why the average of a certain score is affected by the extreme scores, specifically when we're talking about test scores and etc. Okay, so it is affected by the extreme scores or the outliers. When it comes to median, the median is not sensitive to outliers because we are only getting the center or the middle of the scores. Number six, the mean is based on all scores from the sample, but the mode and the median are not. Okay, I repeat, the mean is based on all scores. So definitely to get the average, we have to consider all the scores from the sample. But the mode and the median are not because mode is the most frequent score while the median is the middle score. Okay. Number seven is that the mode is the least stable measure from sample to sample. So among the three, the mode is the least stable. And of course, the last one, the median, of course, is the best measure of central tendency if the distribution is skewed. Okay, so I hope you learned something from today's video. If you get confused of the whole discussion, you can go back and review the lesson, or you can rewatch this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and share it to your friends. Hope to see you on my next video. Bye.